Hi, I'm here today with Sandra Blair. Sandra is a Vincent Bond client. Well, Sandra, thanks for coming down to Walsall today to allow me to interview you. Can we start by you talking about the background and the reasons for you getting into unmanageable debts?
Yes. I had a full-time job, and in that time I acquired store cards, catalogues, credit card. But due to my health, I lost my job, other circumstances, and the debts started to add up and they started to spiral out of control. It sort of got to a head this year, where the letters were coming in so fast and I just didn't see a way out. Phone calls 15 times a day, letters coming every day from debt companies, the companies themselves, and in the end I stopped opening the letters. I just couldn't open them anymore because I couldn't pay them, so I didn't see any point in opening them.
And was there a defining moment that made you look for advice?
There was a point where I must have had about 40, 50 letters, and I just looked at the pile. My brother said to me I had to open them on a Saturday night, so I called a friend round, got a bottle of wine and decided we're going to open these letters, and I did. And it was the same friend who recommended Vincent Bond to me. He had just started his IVA, and he was telling me about Keith and how Keith helped him get through a really difficult time in his life. And he said speaking to Keith was the best thing he had ever done. And I thought, well, that has to be the biggest, reference. He gave me Keith's contact details, but at first I didn't call him. I didn't want to go to anyone outside with my debts. I felt embarrassed. But that same friend said to me, give Keith a call, and I did, and it was the best thing that I ever did. Keith was, from the start, he was friendly, professional, laid out all my options, and he left it for me to make the choice. And I made that choice. I went back to him and I told him which one I thought was best for myself, and he came up with a figure, and I was shocked at the amount. I was expecting £500, £600, £700, but to know that I would be paying the figure that he's given me, and to know that in 6 years' time that I will have a clean slate, it is wonderful. I've got Keith as my first contact, but I've also got a lady by the name of Louise. She has also been very helpful. She's said I can email her or call her if I want to know anything or if I've forgotten to ask anything. So I feel like I've got constant support from Vincent Bond. Again, as I said, because I feel so supported, I can now answer the phone calls, and when they do call and start asking for money, I just have to give them a reference number now.
So the experience of Vincent Bond has been a good one for you?
It has been an amazing experience for me. I will, and I have recommended them to other people. present, there's a lot of people going through the same situation as myself. But again, until someone tells them about a company like Vincent Bond, they don't know where to turn.
And to anybody who's looking at this interview who finds themselves with unaffordable debts, what advice would you give to them, Sandra?
I would say to them, do their research, go on the internet, speak to other people, but don't just leave it, because in the long run it will stress them out and it could affect their health, and it is not worth it.
Good advice. Well, thanks for your time today and good luck for the
Thank you.
future.